All my people, can I get a hello? Hey yo, welcome back to another episode of the Hello Effect Podcast with me, your host Seek, aka Mr. Hello. And today I got a special guest, you know what I mean? I feel like everybody that comes on my show is a special guest to me, you know what I mean? So without further ado, I'm gonna allow my guest to introduce herself, you know what I mean? Her name, where you from, and what is it that you do?
Hi, everyone. My name is Jae Dylan. I'm originally from Brooklyn, and I've been adopted by Jersey.
Yeah, shout out to Jersey, shout out to Brooklyn, that's what's up.
Big Jersey, big Brooklyn, big New York.
So tell the people what you do. Like,
I do a few things. It's funny, the gentleman over there was just asking me, "Are you an artist?" And I'm like, I do a few things, actually. I'm an actor. I do production work. I do consulting with independent filmmakers. I have my own shoe line. I'm wearing some of my shoes right now, actually.
that's what's up.
My shoes are handcrafted in Italy. Unlike some of the big brands that have been leaked to be made in China. Mine are not made in China. Hello.
Yeah.
Effect.
That's what's up.
I also am a visual artist. I have my own business that I sell urns and affordable caskets so that people don't get ripped off by funeral homes.
Yeah.
And I also rent exotic cars.
Damn. Anything else you do? Or
I think that's it. I'm like,
anything else you want to do? That's a lot. Like, but that's a good thing. You know what I mean? I feel like me personally, I do a lot of things. I was told at one point in time I do too many things. They want date a man that do a lot of things. I said dating a man that does a lot of things means he's stable. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Because I got hustles.
Right.
So I ain't gonna never be broke. I'm gonna always find some money
There
and stuff like that. So
I think I would say to that, a woman, a real woman, not a little girl, not a little Dottie McGrotty, okay? But a real woman will appreciate a man that has a level of ambition.
Yeah.
And drive. Yeah.
That's what's up. So out of all those things you just named, what's the number one thing that you the most passionate about? Because like I said, we all gonna do a bunch of things, but it gotta be that one particular thing. Like, damn.
Yeah. Yo. I mean, I consider myself like a modern day Renaissance woman.
Okay.
So I'm a creative. As a whole, I'm a creative. So anything has to do with art and creativity, that's my drive and passion. And I'm thankful to God to be blessed with these different mediums that I'm able to express myself with the artistry. But I would say that I do switch the priorities. You have to kind of be able to switch priorities from time to time, and sometimes things do need to go on back burner so you can prioritize and go hard on certain things. So with that said, to your question, I would say my acting is really what I go hard for right now.
Is that something that you wanted to do as early on as a child? Or?
I was doing it as a child.
Oh, you was?
Yes.
So how did you
I
get
started
into that?
acting when I was in first grade.
How do you get into that? Like, explain that. Like,
I started acting in first grade. I wanted to do I wanted to do acting, and I also wanted to do modeling. So I do model as well. I forgot about that.
That's what's up.
But I just did a photo shoot yesterday. I'm like, I totally forgot. But I started doing that, and like when I was a child, my parents, I'm so thankful for them because my parents wanted to make sure that I was like really well-rounded and was cultured. So my parents had me in dance class, drama, martial arts, sports. Like I did all of that. I was a tomboy. I ride motorcycles too. So
they was very supportive.
Yeah, my parents
they was pushing you to do something with your life, whatever
Yes.
that you wanted to do. It ain't had to be like, of course, parents want you in the books, but it didn't have to be like, damn, I want you to be a doctor, teacher. If you was into like arts and performing, they was gonna push you, whatever.
They were, yes, very supportive of whatever that was. And I feel like what they did, which is good, is that they put me in different in different activities to see which one stuck with me.
Okay.
And I think that's the right way to go with children, because you don't know what they'll be drawn to. And I feel like when people do focus on one thing for their child and don't let their child experience other things, then it becomes more painful than pleasurable.
Then it becomes, I feel like, friction
It's
also in the
friction
relationship.
and work.
Like, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that. Yeah, like, yeah. So I started, like I said, started in first grade, and then I was like, oh, this is fun. And I did like different school productions, and then went into junior high school, and was in the drama class.
Okay.
And some of my classmates that I was in drama class with are people that are known, like John Forte and what's the other friend? I forgot. I can't remember right now. But anyway, John is who I'm closest with anyway, from going to that school. And then when I went into high school, I went to two different high schools. I went to fashion and I went to BCA. And I was in fashion. Obviously, I focused on fashion and design and all that. So that's kind of where it ties in with me with the shoes and everything. But when I went to BCA, I was part of the drama class there. And that allowed me to do performances at BCA, sorry, I'm confusing it all. Let me rewind. There's so many things in Brooklyn that start with Brooklyn, like the Brooklyn high schools and so on and so forth. But Brooklyn Academy of Music is what I was getting at. So I did my first theatrical performance in Brooklyn Academy of Music when I was in high school, and that really did it for me. I didn't do my first cinematic project until 2018. I started doing commercials and things like that prior. Like I did, like if you go to my IMDb, you're only going to see probably like 17 credits, but I did way more stuff than that, and I never got credit for it.
Why was that though? Like,
because when you don't have anybody to guide you and you don't have anyone to show you the way, you make mistakes, but then you learn from them. And I didn't know about IMDb until I got older. I didn't know about how important it is to get your credits and to do things under contracts and not get ripped off by people and not let people play with you. So now I don't work with people unless there's contracts in place and so on and so forth. And I mean, I did commercials for like Emirates, excuse me, Emirates Airlines, Delta Airlines. I did stuff for FX TV. I never got credit for it. And it's very upsetting.
Yeah.
Because I have things that I've done, but then I don't have the reels. I don't have the credits to put, to accompany that, for me to put a reel together and say, okay, I was in this, that, and the third. So it's unfortunate, but... Yeah,
so nobody pretty much taught you the business. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I teach myself. I had to learn the hard way, unfortunately.
But is that something now that, that you didn't learn the business and you had a lot of things, like you said, you didn't get credit for?
Right.
I know that, just about going off your bio, you said you had a talent agency.
So what it is not that I have like a talent agency per se. I'm signed with one.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah,
okay.
But what I do is, in terms of the consulting, I do link people. Like people call me the key. They call me the plug. Whatever. Like I link different people because I know people from all aspects of the industry, for them to get work. So like,
are you teaching people the business though? Like, say if I had met you wherever I met you at, and you found out that I was trying to get into that.
Yeah, that's part of the consulting.
That's what's up, because I feel like, people that look like us be gatekeepers. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
No, I've given
I messed up, fuck it. They got to learn on their own.
No,
like,
I'm not that person.
Okay.
I've given people free game, and I've done that. And then if they still choose to not use what I recommend, then that's on them.
Yeah, that's a fact. She's a Virgo. Everybody that been watching me follow, I'm a Virgo also. You know what I mean? So yes. Big Virgo energy. So I understand the hustle and the drive. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So let's get into when you finally like got your first big break, like into the industry. Like you said, you do acting.
And I mean, I think I think what kind of segued me into that is I used to do music videos.
And let's talk about that before. What you mean? You was a director or you was a
No, I was
videos?
in the music videos.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. The Roots, Monifa.
But how the one like person that how did you get that information to get into that? What
I
did
was
you
up
do?
in the club. I used to go to the tunnel all the time, baby. I stayed up
shout
in
out
the
to
tunnel. I
Tunnel,
stayed up
okay.
in Bentleys.
Okay.
I'm telling on myself. I'm telling
You
my
was
age.
outside.
I'm like 100
so
years old.
So you was outside pretty much.
I was outside. I was in Sound Factory,
Okay.
like all the legendary New York clubs. And I feel like somebody recommended me to Ulysses and Jesse Terrero and Millicent Diane and Winsome Sinclair. Rest in peace to Winsome Sinclair. They used to book me to be in these music videos. So, yeah.
So hold up, just to paint the picture, you was in a club at all these clubs, and people used to see you in the clubs like
Yeah.
dancing. So you was pretty much essentially like how, if you get some context, like Soul Train dancers in a sense. You know what I mean? Because they was in the club, you know what I mean?
Right.
But somebody noticed you and was like, you know what? We're gonna pay you to be in these music videos.
Yeah.
So you was in the music videos.
I think that's how that worked. Yeah.
So you was in these music videos, and how did that segue into acting though?
It segued into acting because, well, I mean, I started acting before that, but I was living abroad and living out of town for some years. I used to live in England and in Netherlands and in Florida. And so I was off the scene for a bit. Mm-hmm. And during that time, I was in a different place mentally and things like that. And then I moved back to New York. And I saw that Ulysses was doing his acting rehab class rather. So I went and I joined it. I was like, oh, wow, I haven't seen Ulysses in so many years. Mm-hmm. And I think that kind of lit the flame under me a bit. So I started doing that. I met other actors in his class. And through the networking and the camaraderie.
So you said that was an acting class? Like
yeah.
That's how you learned to be like professional with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Because I know, you know what I mean, like I said, I caught you live, you know what I mean? You was explaining to like, just because a person was in a movie don't make them an actor or actress. Like break that down. Like how do you feel about it?
So I have quite a few acting friends of mine that actually know what it is to be an actor. And when I say that, I mean to say like they work on the craft. Acting is a craft. That's just like someone that's an artist, like a visual artist, they paint or they sketch over and over again. Even though you may be blessed with this God-given talent, you gotta hone your skills. You gotta work on your craft. So you got people that are reality stars. You got people that are strippers. You got people that are bottle girls or what have you. And although I can appreciate the fact that people are trying to segue out of that and try something new and do that for their life, you cannot call yourself an actor if you don't act on working on the craft.
Like putting in the time, like
putting in the time, educating yourself about what it takes to be an actor. Because acting is not just, I'm in a movie and that's it. No, you could be in multiple movies and you're not an actor. You're just a
body, pretty much.
You're a talent that's in a movie, right? Now, an actor is someone who really has an acting coach or goes to acting class or both. Like I've had acting coach. Like one of my acting coaches, his name is Derek Bernard.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Derek. Excuse me, his name is not Derek Bernard. Sorry, Derek Bernard.
Excuse for this.
let me fix that, Derek Bernard, because I was thinking about someone else in the industry whose name is Derek. So, Derek Bernard, he was one of my acting coaches. Etienne Navarre, he was one of my acting coaches, and through going to acting classes. I mean, I've done other acting classes as well. So through doing acting classes and having acting coaches and having people that read with you, and you can also be people's readers as well for their auditions. Like I have certain people that are my go-to people that I will read with that will help prepare me for an audition. Izzy Carabello. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Tariq out in L.A. My brethren from Queens. Yeah, so people like that you have close to you that help you out to prepare you for auditions. And also shout out to my brother Tyrese that's in Philly.
Yeah, shout out to him.
And take it seriously. You know, you should be able to call on people and be able to have people close to you that have the same goals, have the same drive, and that support system. So sometimes you might need someone to read with you. Sometimes they might need someone to read with them. And my boy Tariq, he'll call me from LA, crazy time of the night, and I'll be like, he's like, yo, Jay, I got an audition. Can you read with me? I'm like, all right, bro. Brother, me have your man, me have your. So let's go, let's do it. So like, send me the sides or whatever, and like, let's go, let's do it.
Yeah, that's what's up. So let me ask you, because it seems like you said, to be an actor or actress, you really gotta hone your craft, put in the hard work, the dedication, stuff like that. But doing all of that, has it been ever a time where you got overlooked for a role by somebody that had no acting skills and stuff like that?
Well, I remember there was an audition that I did to play opposite Method Man's girlfriend in a project, and the director was going hard for me because he really liked my acting skills. But there was a reality star who was obviously more known than me, who they ended up going with.
Do we know that person?
Yeah, I'm not going to.
You ain't got to say that person name.
I'm not going to say that person name.
I just want to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all know her.
Okay.
She's a famous rapper's
Let me ask you one question.
chick,
How long
ex-chick.
ago was that though?
That was years ago.
So whatever film that's out, you can.
I don't even know if it came out.
I got you.
Because you know what? A lot of the time too, and that's very frustrating. Like you can work on a project
and it never come out.
and it never see the light of day.
But I feel like it's the same thing with the music industry. You know what I mean? You get your album shelf that never comes out. Like you understand what I'm saying? So I think they coincide with each other. Like.
Yeah, it's true.
But at least at the end of the day, you still get paid though, right?
Yes.
So fuck it. I could do 100 movies. Don't come. But I understand like. As far as like the craft, that's what you want to do. I want to be seen. Exactly.
You want to see the work.
So you can never get a copy if it never come out for yourself? Because they probably fear you might put it out yourself.
You might be able to get
reels.
But
like, nah.
There's a project that I did called Maneuver. And Maneuver came out, but the episode that I was in, or I don't know how he's breaking it down, if it's episodic or if he's doing a second short film. I don't know how he's doing it, but he came out with the first one, but mine hadn't come out yet. So he was like, Jay, you can't post this. You can't post this yet. So it's a little tricky with that.
All right, so is that like frustrating as an actress to work on something like a film or even a series and it never comes out?
Yes, very frustrating. I can't tell you how frustrating that is. It's like, when is it coming out? When is it coming out? Like I filmed something. I'm trying to remember, when did I film it? I feel like I filmed it in the fall or early winter last year. And I don't know what's happening with it. I don't know. Is it coming out? Because, like, technically, I have, like, 7 projects dropping this year from stuff that I've worked on from last year.
Hold, let me ask you one question before you name them. Like after you do a film, anything with a director, is that it? Or you do stay in contact with that person? How does that? Work?
I mean, stay in contact.
Okay.
I have a very good rapport with people that I work with, and they tend to use me again. And big ups to Leisha Hargrove.
Yeah, we just had Leisha on here.
Listen, that's my girl. Like she really gave me a chance out of a lot of people that I've worked with. Like she gave me a chance to really show my work. to show my acting skills and things like that, and would come back to me and hire me again for other projects.
Nah, Alicia, she good people though, especially.
Yeah, she is definitely.
Yeah. And I mean, we had an interview. We talked. But so you said you got 7 projects that's due to come out this year?
Well, some of them. Well, one of them is already out.
What's the name of it?
Bottom Bitch. Bottom Bitch, baby.
That's out. Where can they find it at?
That's on Tubi.
Tubi?
You can check me out. I'm in episode 6. I play Miss Miller.
Okay.
I'm a hoe's mama.
Damn, hello? Damn, that's what's up.
Oh my God.
So you got 6 more due. But is one of them, you say you don't even know if it's going to come out?
Well, one of them is The Ride. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay. That is, I don't know when that's coming out. Capital Punishment 1 and 2, that's supposed to be coming out really soon. Joseph, where I play a mature Haitian mother, so I had to pull on my French kind of Creole accent. I had to put that on, and I had people asking me, "Are you Haitian?"
I was about to ask you that,
and I'm like, "No, I'm not Haitian."
Okay.
My family's from Dominica, like my father's side of the family from Dominica, so it's that French patois thing going on that side. But yeah, I'm not. So I was thankful that I was able to pull it off. And the thing about it too is, for that particular project, they booked me at the last minute.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I was really like.
So you had to really be full, exactly, to make sure you got your parts and stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
So what happened was they went with somebody else who was like a Haitian singer. Like, I guess she's a well-known Haitian singer, celebrity, or what have you. And for some reason, she just disappeared. I don't know. I don't know the politics behind it or whatever. It's irrelevant. But they ended up calling me literally the day before they wanted me to be on set to ask me if I could film. And I was like,
let me ask you a question.
What?
Like, far as like the price, did they know your price? Or that you got to negotiate?
Yeah, it's a negotiation.
Now I try to ask for more though if it's a last minute thing.
I mean, I'm not greedy.
Okay,
I'm not greedy.
Right.
I'm not greedy.
But what
I don't
if
believe
you had
in
something
greed.
do the like plans or whatever? What if you had somebody waiting to go to? Because it was a last minute thing.
Well, then they would have had to wait for me to come back then, because I mean, I that that's something that you can't.
I just want to know, because a lot of people don't know these things. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to ask you things that people don't know and things like that.
Yeah. So I didn't know. Obviously, I didn't know any lines because I just literally got booked literally hours before. So I showed up on set like early morning, next morning, and I got my lines for each scene right before each scene. And it's the closest thing that I could relate it to is like soap opera acting.
Oh, okay.
Because soap opera is everything fresh, everything new, every day. So this was very challenging for me because I never did anything like that. Usually I get my lines ahead of time, at least minimum a week, minimum. Yeah. For this, no time to prepare. So literally right before each scene, I was working with Jonathan Duran. Shout out to him. He is amazing to work with. Oh my gosh. Big up to Jonathan Duran. He really helped me to prepare for my character and really kept me centered, really kept me grounded and on focus, on track for each scene. And if I don't know, I'm sure I would have done it without him, but to have him was like chef's kiss. It was like creme de la creme. It was everything. And he's one of the writers and actors in the project, Joseph, too. But thank God, for Boss and Joseph Grant for really pushing for me to be in the project. And Jonathan, I think he was really like instrumental in pushing for me to be in that project as well, because I was choice number 2 when I should have been choice number 1, according to them. I'm not speaking that on myself. I'm speaking like that's what they said.
I'm gonna put it like this: always be number 1. Choose your number 1. I don't care. You could be humble, but I'm always number 1, respectfully.
Right. No, but I'm saying technically I was not chosen first. Yeah. Right. So I'm saying I should have been chosen first. Exactly. So, you know. And it's funny because on another occasion for another project, I was not chosen first, but I was the one that really. I ended up being the lead for another project.
That's God. That's God right there. That's what's up.
Yes, most definitely.
So let me ask you a question. So all the films you've been working with was independent projects, or do you have any like major like projects yet? Or
I would say, I guess, the biggest project, which is independent, that I was in that was like on a big platform, other than Tubi, like other than Bottom Bitch, is an Unknown and Gray Area. Those are the projects I have on Tubi right now. Is Makeup to Breakup series directed by Eric Dickens on All Black Network.
okay.
Yeah, I play a British professor named Professor Banks.
Damn, so it's how you play all types of roles.
Yeah, I have.
That's what's up.
I got different accents I could pull from.
So
that
the
I have.
acting class is like really paying off. That's what you tell people. Really,
Yes.
you want to work on your craft. You want to get picking out of the thousands and millions of people that want to be actors and actresses. You really gotta put in your work. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
most definitely. And putting in the work is not just doing the acting class or having an acting coach. It's breaking down characters. It's breaking down scenes. It's when you look at projects, you look at them and you look at the background. You look at the coloring. You look at the color correction. You look at how the scene was set up. You look at the richness and the depth of the characters, and you really get into the.
And you start thinking about like outfits. Like, damn, yo, this person should to wear this outfit, wear this stuff.
That plays a part too.
You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah, like for example, like for Bottom Bitch, it's a time period piece. That's my first time period piece that I've ever done, and I absolutely love that project. It's based in the late 1960s, and it's really focusing on what each one of these prostitutes went through to become who they are in the project, to humanize them. They're not just streetwalkers. They're not just hoes. They're not just that. They are people with depth and real life experiences that are pushing them to be who they are at that time, and went through different hellish experiences in order to be that, to be those women that are, selling they pum pum.
Oh, yeah,
So
all right, so like what's next though? You know what I mean? Like how big do you want to take like the acting? Like do you want to be behind the camera? You know what I mean? As far as like production, like what's next?
I do production work. I just worked on a documentary for this guy that's named Prince. He came back, just got out of jail, and he's doing a documentary. He's down with the street team. He's like a legend from Queens.
Oh, okay.
From the street legend who's down with that crew and everything like that. And Luke Steffen is part of that crew, so it's something that you can research on your own time. So but I worked production on that project.
So it's more production you're going to do in the future?
Oh, I'm down to do production as well as acting.
Okay.
Yeah, I love both, but acting is really my thing because for me, acting is very therapeutic. Acting allows me to take a vacation from myself because I battle with things every day. I'm a big advocate for mental health, and I've been through a lot of things that people don't know about that I battle with every day. And I got to give all praise and honor to Almighty God, Elohim, to keep me straight and to keep that hedge of protection around me so that I don't get infiltrated by the devil.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Can we get a hallelujah, amen to that? Like that's a fact. Hello. Do you ever think about like, far as like all the things that you learned and was taught about, maybe starting a class for anybody that want to learn the things?
So it's funny. I was speaking to someone down here in Newark about doing, because I always believe it's important to give back, and I'm having conversations with him about doing a free acting workshop for underprivileged and troubled youth.
Yeah, we need
in Newark, or whoever can make it, essentially. So I'm kind of waiting to hear back from them, but I told them I'm willing to give my time to do that.
I feel we need that because when I was growing up, it was like Boys and Girls Club and stuff like that.
Right, I
think
remember
stuff
that.
like that
Yeah.
exists. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a part of the problem. Why is a lot of young people doing what they doing out here? Like, you know what I mean? Because they don't have them type of things to go to. That kept me off the street because I was able to play basketball. You know what I mean? Table tennis and things like that. So it's good that that you considering giving back that way because I feel like in 2025. Everybody want to be an actor, rapper, basketball player. You know what I mean? They coming from our community, so we might as well give it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And it's not something that I'm considering. I'm ready to do it. I'm waiting for them to let me know what's good. But I'm really looking forward to being able to do that and really getting into some of these children, these youth. I'm not just gonna say children because some of them are older. But
exactly.
To get into the youth and really help maybe show them a new way.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
What about being in your director's bag?
So can I tell you the funny thing? When I was a youth, my aunt, God rest her soul, my aunt Karen, she had a camcorder.
Okay.
And anytime she couldn't find it, I had the camcorder. And I was always filming us on holiday wherever we went because we stayed going on vacation. It would be me, her, my mom, God rest her soul, my brother JR, my cousin Anthony and Nina. We always went on holiday together, and I'm always filming, videotaping us. And I'd be like, this is a production. So I used to do that, and I feel like maybe down the line at some point I might be open to that, to directing, because I think you might be. You're a Virgo. Visually.
I think you might be because. Yeah. You already around, you know what I mean, that type of environment. Why not, you know what I mean, do your own thing? You know
Yeah. But right now I have some projects that are on the scope of being produced, and one of them is a private jet show.
So it's something that you wrote,
No, it's not something that I wrote. It's something that I created. Okay. That right now I'm trying to get some funding for. I'm also working with a Nubian TV network. So shout out to Mr. Leverett. Nubian TV network is like the modern day BET, which is black owned, but it's global. Shout out to them. And yeah, shout out to Nubian TV. And it's kind of geared toward the affluent black community. So you have shows on there for yachting and exotic cars and sommelier experiences and different types of shows that are for us. And by us.
Oh, that's what's up.
No pun intended, FUBU. Shout out Jay Alexander. How are you? Yes. Shout out to all the FUBU people, all the FUBU crew there.
Yeah, so with you juggling all of these things, how are you able to do it? Do you have a team?
Like, I am my team.
Explain that, because I just had this artist on. She said she needed a team.
Yes.
So explain how you able to have a shoe business. You said rent out exotic cars.
Yes.
You're an actress.
Yes.
And I forgot the rest of them, but you do a lot of things. So how's one human being able to juggle all and be successful?
So the thing about it is, because I do all of them, obviously, like I said, the one that is on the top of the priority list is the one that gets the most attention, which is my acting, my film industry business, whatever I'm doing that relates to that. Everything else, it's just an as it comes kind of situation. So if somebody calls me and they say, "Oh, I had a family member pass away, can you get me a casket?" Absolutely.
I forgot you told
me. Yeah. So with that, like, I save people thousands of dollars on caskets. Like,
so you the plug, like you said, you the plug.
I'm the plug for the caskets. Like,
I mean, we don't want nobody to die, but I'm just saying that's a part of life, respectfully. Like,
so it is a part of life. Yeah. But the crazy thing about it is, I was praying, and I was asking the Lord to bless me with a business that I could provide for myself, just, to eat and take care of bills, like not being greedy, right?
No, I got you.
But to be able to help others that might be in tough circumstances, especially you see people that's doing, pulling money together for somebody's funeral and they can't afford it. So why are you going to go spend 6 racks on a casket when I could get you a casket for $1,500? Or maybe even less, depending upon what it is. Like, and I got all kinds, like eco-friendly, steel. I got one that looked like the Cybertruck.
Damn.
Yeah, that's one of the latest ones. And I got urns. And I know it's crazy. I know it's me.
That was a last minute laugh.
Well, what's the first 3 letters in funeral, honey? It's fun.
Damn.
Just saying.
Damn.
I'm gonna drink to that though.
So basically, you just focus on the ones that you're acting. That's number one, and the funeral thing, because it's really bringing them the money.
Yeah, I mean, like people die every day, and it's a sad part of life. Nobody wants to deal with it, but I mean, unfortunately, I had to take care of my mom and my son's funeral. So going through that made me realize how important it is to have someone that has good intention behind doing what they do to help you out, so you don't overspend.
So that's a fact, because I don't know what they call, but the person that's in charge of allocating, like organizing the funeral, I know a person. I ain't gonna say his name because I'm not friends with him respectfully, but he told me like they are trained to take all insurance money.
Yes, they are.
They're trained, like, you know what I mean, to take all that shit. If you got 20,000, they want you to spend all that shit. But I want to just ask about the casket. I got a few more questions.
You guys.
How did one person? How do you get into that business? Like, I'm trying to.
So
the thought process, like, how do you get that connect?
Research. It wasn't a connect. I prayed on it, like I said, and God provided a path for me. Like, God showed me the way to go. Like, I just kind of intuitively knew. And it's like I downloaded this from the Lord. I can't even explain it. It's just something that happened.
This off of that.
Yeah.
I say shit like that. People look at me like I'm crazy, like respectfully. So I understand it. Yeah. I really do. Like, it's just like, yo, people ask you how, I don't know. I just pray and it just happened. Like,
right. It's really like that though. It's really like that. So then I started researching different casket vendors and things like that, and I negotiated terms, and I'm like, I'm able to
she the plug. Anybody that's watching, tuning in, make sure, you follow her, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Transitions by JD. .com. That's my website for the caskets and the urns. But you're not really going to find a lot of caskets on there. I do have like the military caskets on there because I have specialty military caskets. But the urns, my urns start at $34. You can go to the funeral home and spend $200-$300 on an urn. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. And mine look like decorative pieces in your house. They don't look like these old man urns. Like
jars. They don't look like jars, like mason jars.
Yeah.
But that's what's up. So for anybody that's trying to, network or do some business with you, where can they find you at?
My main page is I am Jae Dylan on Instagram. It's IAMJAEDYLAN. And then I'm also Jae Dylan Shoes. So everything is Jae Dylan. It just keeps it simple that way. I don't know why people have all these different crazy names for this stuff. It's like, if you want to brand yourself and grow, just be consistent in all ways. Be consistent with your name. Be consistent with how you are with people. And that consistency really, truly is the key.
So they can just hit you on your DM, or you want them to reach out to like an email or something like that?
You could DM me on Instagram. Do not call, please. Do not just call. I've had people call me from India. I've had people call me from Pakistan. Shout out to everybody out there, though, because I love the global love. I have people, call me from different countries, and I'm like, all crazy times of the night, and I'm don't be trying to mess up my situations. You don't know if I'm working. You don't know,
what
be on
doing?
set.
Exactly.
Phone ring from another country from some strange person. It's not cool, but yeah.
I want to thank my special guest, Ms. Jae Dylan, for pulling up, dropping some information, some jewels. She the plug, so I hope y'all taking notes. If you need caskets, you need shoes, shit, you need whatever, that's the person for you. You know what I mean? Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and make sure you like, follow, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button till we meet again.
Most
Hello.
definitely.